Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I am back. I have missed you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. I just have not been feeling right since the beginning of the year, really. And my voice still isn't right. You can probably hear it, but we're going to do this. Get some weeklies done. So this is going to be a week ahead reading. Looking at the week ahead, but these are timeless. So whenever you feel drawn to watch the video, that's when you should watch it. And keep in mind these are general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, not in the same way. So be sure to watch your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs for all the relevant information you could get. And of course, if you like a private reading specific to just you, that information is in the description box below. My website is also on the screen. The specials are ending at the end of the month, so if you wanted to get one, now would be a good time. Excuse me. And I am using the Lucid Dreams Beginners Tarot, if you can see. It's kind of very shiny. There you go. And for the Oracle, this is the Heal Yourself reading cards. And there's a lot going on. The boys are on a rampage, so if you hear any noises or anything gets knocked over or whatever, I'm just going to power through, and I hope you bear with me. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to begin with Cancer. Hi Cancer, thank you for joining us. If you skipped over the intro, just make sure you look at it as well. There's information for you there. This is my second attempt at doing your reading, so we'll see what comes through. What's coming up for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead, what they need to know. Alright, we have the Three of Pentacles in the situation, the Two of Wands in the challenge, and the Queen of Pentacles in the outcome. You had the Two of Wands in your previous spread that I was trying to do and got interrupted too many times. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords is the bottom of the deck is your overall energy. Be mindful of overthinking things this week in general, but especially this week, okay? The things that you are thinking about, I get that they're just in your head, or they're not as bad as you think they are, or it's not going to be as bad as you think it is, okay? So whatever you can do to get out of your own head this week. If you're not sure, what someone's going to say, if I say this, what are they going to say? And that's a scenario that goes through your mind over and over and it gets worse every time. The best thing to do is to say it and see what they say, right? That's how we get out of our heads. We say it, it's out there. We have a response to it, or we don't have a response, and that's also a response, do you know what I mean? But at least you have some information, and at least you have some real realistic information, okay? You're not just going through your own fears and your own doubts in your head, okay? So just be mindful of that. I do see you have a choice to make. So for some of you, the situation is you're part of a group with the Three of Pentacles. You're part of a group, you're part of a team. This could be a working environment, this could be a family dynamic, but you're part of a group, okay? You're challenged with the Two of Wands. You're not exactly happy. You want something else for yourself. You want to make a change. You want to leave this particular group or this particular dynamic. In order, Queen of Pentacles in the outcome, in order for you to be independent, for you to do your own thing. So on a day-to-day, this can be you're collaborating with others when it comes to your business. The challenge is you don't want to be collaborating with others. You're in a position where you feel confident enough to set out on your own. And in the outcome, you could be leaving the group or the dynamic or the business venture and solely focusing on your own business, okay, or your own ventures. All right, so that's one example. I'll clarify and see what else we get, but the bottom line is you're in a situation where it's about teamwork, it's about collaboration. You're always looking around to see what others are doing, or you have to take into account what others are doing, think and feeling at every point of the way. Do you know what I mean? And your challenge is you don't really want to do that. It served this purpose. It's giving you support. It's giving you comfort. It's giving you peace of mind to not be on your own. However, now you're ready. You're feeling ready to venture off on your own. And it could be the challenge that, okay, the challenge could be that in order for you to pursue what you want to do, there could be actual travel involved. You could literally, physically be moving away from these people, this group, this dynamic in order to pursue your path. However, with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're looking at the long term and you're deciding, yes, this is something that I want to invest in, okay? This could also have been triggered by an offer, something you hear, something that was offered to you, something that was presented to you, something you hear and it sparks something in you. It could be from a distance, okay, that it came, this information or this offer. And so your challenge is physically traveling or relocating for this big opportunity. However, you do view this as in line with your long-term goals and as something you want to invest in. Earth sign energy might be significant, or this has to do with your studies or your money. Let's get a second row here. Please clarify for Cancer. The Three of Pentacles with the Sun. Yeah, the Two of Wands with the Knight of Swords. Queen of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands. Okay. Under the Nine of Swords, yeah, we have Death card. So you want to put something to an end and you're stressing about it because of what other people are going to say or how other people are going to feel about it. Okay, but at the end of the day, Cancer, who are you living your life for? Do you know what I mean? Is it you or is it other people? And maybe that's something that needs to be addressed because, look, the situation. Three of Pentacles. Jesus. Okay, Harvey's gone off in the background. The situation, the Three of Pentacles with the Sun. This tells me that you are, I don't want to say you're better than other people. That's not what this is about. This is just saying you're different now, okay? You no longer blend in. You no longer fit in with the rest, and it's not in a bad way, right? It's in the way that you want bigger things, you want better things, you want other things. Do you know what I mean? This is very much an independent energy. This is very much a solitary energy. Very much about you, okay? This is the ego energy with the Sun, who you are, what you want, your own victory, your own individuality, okay? And if you've given yourself a time frame of I will be part of this group or this dynamic until I have this success or this victory or until I reach this goal, that's exactly what's happening this week, okay? For others of you, you could be, the offer on the table could be a promotion and you're worried because you're going to have to end this dynamic. You will no longer be part of the group. You will no longer be part of the team. You may be having now to manage the team or to supervise, or you're moved to a different department or whatever the case may be. But what's on the table is something that is just for you. It's just for you and about you, okay? And you're ready for it with the Sun. You're stressing about what other people are going to say or how this is going to affect other people in your life. And really with the Sun, the focus should be on you. Do you know what I mean, Cancer? And I feel like we've had this conversation before. Two Wands with the Knight of Swords. Your challenge. You expect pushback. You expect people to be harsh. You expect to fight your way out of there, okay? But maybe that's where the Nine of Swords comes in. Telling you it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that bad. All you have to do is be honest, open, state your position, and come from a more of a this is happening place, so that it doesn't leave room for people to think they have an opinion or they have a say in what you do. Does that make sense? I do see you. This is exactly what I was talking about with the Seven of Wands. This is establishing boundaries. Okay? This is happening. This is what I'm doing. I have cat hair everywhere. It's not a conversation. It's not a negotiation. Do you know what I mean? And it's not coming from a place of I'm ungrateful. This is, you could literally be saying, you know, I appreciate our time together. I appreciate us working together. I appreciate you being my support system when I needed one. And I'm very thankful for it. However, this is an opportunity, and it's Leo energy, right? This is a great opportunity for me, and I want to pursue it. Okay? Thank you and good night type of energy. And if anyone comes at you, we have air sign energy here, also fire, Aries energy in particular. If anyone comes at you, whether this is someone in your family, someone in your community, someone in your group of friends, someone in the work dynamic, in the team, whoever they are, if they come at you, it's a matter of, these are my boundaries. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to say that. Okay? You have your opinion. I can't tell you not to have an opinion, but I didn't ask for it. You're going to have to be a little blunt, Cancer, and I feel like you know that. And that's what you're stressing about. But Cancer, is that enough to cost you an opportunity that is amazing for you? Okay? Is that enough? So basically, what's on the table is you have a choice to make that is just about you. And what that means is, either this is someone, if it's, let's give some examples. If it's to do with work, this would be a job that's amazing for you, but people might be jealous because you got it instead of them. But if those people are jealous of you instead of happy for you, do you really want to be around those people? Do you know what I mean? Should their opinion really matter that much? If this is a dynamic where the person you love or the person you want to be with is very different than the people around you, and there's a clash there, you know, I don't know if it's cultural differences or your family's too involved in your life or your friends are too involved in your decisions, I don't know, then it's a case of you have to do what makes you happy. Do you know what I mean? Do you want to be miserable but not upset the group? Or do you want to pursue your own happiness? And again, I ask you, if the people around you, I don't care who they are anti you being happy in who you are with your own choices, because it goes against what they think you should do, are those people someone you really should be looking up to or taking their opinions to heart that much? Do you know what I mean? Let's get some oracle cards for you. But yeah, there's a choice for you to make. I feel like this is something you've been thinking about and stressing yourself over, because again, you're anticipating the worst. But Cancer, it's time to view yourself in a position of power with the Sun card there. And it's interesting, you have this Strength card in your previous spread, where it doesn't have to be an argument. This is what I'm doing. This is what makes me happy. This is what I choose. This is what's best for me at this time. Thank you for whatever we've had here and whatever we've done here. I really appreciate it. However, I want to pursue this at this time. Again, thank you and good night. You know what I mean? And if anyone has an opinion about it that they want to voice without being invited to, again, establishing your boundaries, Seven of Wands, and sticking to them. I appreciate that that's your opinion. However, this is my choice, not yours. And if you really wanted me to be happy, you'd be supporting me instead of trying to hold me back. Okay, so it's time for some very honest conversation, and for you to be very honest, because I feel like it's something that used to be a comfort zone or a support. Is it what's it called, the blanket thing? Is it a support blanket? I don't know. And it's just turned into a very restrictive and controlling, toxic dynamic in your life, really, where you're trying to please these people as opposed to everyone working together to support and encourage each other. Do you know what I mean? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have faith, number 22. And this is, believe in yourself. Try not, this is, being optimistic, hoping for the best type of dynamic. It's kind of a way to counteract the Nine of Swords energy, okay? This is telling you, have faith that what is happening for your highest good, no matter how it turns out, okay? And it's also telling you to believe in yourself. We have temptation, number 19. We have discover your life purpose, number 29. And we have procrastination, number 8. Yeah, look, I mean, come on. This is your reading again in a nutshell. What's in the middle? What's the main theme, the bottom line? It's about you. What do you want to do? What makes you happy? Okay? Where do you want to take your business, your career, your life? Who are you living it for? On the one hand, you have the temptation of the comfort zone that you've been part of, whether it's a group of people, a community, a team, a family, I don't know, it's linking with others, teaming up with others for safety, for protection. You have someone to talk to, you have someone who you can ask for their opinion, their advice and whatnot, so that you don't have to figure it out on your own. You can just kind of go off of what other people are saying and be like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. But it's not really you sitting down with yourself, first and foremost, you making up your own mind, and then kind of asking for opinions to see if you still feel strongly about your own opinion, or if you've got some new insight and you want to reconsider your opinion. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference. And then on the other side of it, there's procrastination. You've known that this is something you have to do for some time, okay? And you've been afraid to do so because you expect clash, pushback, fighting, arguments, but it's almost like you don't want to burst the bubble, because you already know these things. You already know what I'm telling you. You already know that if you want to be happy and you're giving yourself a chance to pursue your happiness, and someone's trying to talk you out of it, that person is not your friend. That person does not mean well for you. And sometimes that could be a family member, and sometimes that can be a close friend, and sometimes that could even be a partner, a spouse. And it's difficult to realize, that number one, either they're trying to control you and hold you back, or what they're saying is more about them than it is you. It's their own fears that they're projecting onto you. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so I'll leave that with you, Cancer. You have an opportunity to make some changes this week. But it's not going to happen if you keep procrastinating. It's not going to happen if you continue to keep quiet about what you really want to do. And listen, if that's what it is, you don't even have to tell people what you want to do. It's what you want to do. You can just go ahead and do it. Talk to them when you have something to show for it, if that's the situation. Okay. Let's move on to Scorpio. I'm doing timestamps as we go, guys. Hi, Scorpio. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you have skipped the intro, please also watch that, because there's information for you there. So let's see what's going on for Scorpio in the week ahead. Scorpio in the week ahead. I'm trying not to shuffle too close to the mic, but forgive me if it's loud. What's going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead? Okay. 5 of Wands as the situation, Queen of Cups as the challenge, and the King of Pentacles in the outcome. Bottom of the deck, the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Wands together, there's some sort of arguments, conflict, and a loss, a separation, a breakup. This could also be where you didn't get something you wanted. There was a competition for it, you didn't get it. Okay, with the 5 of Cups there, there's a sense of a loss. A sense of failure, a sense of just disappointment in you or someone else. But what I want to say is, because you have the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Cups in your challenge, that tells me your advice that you really need to pay attention to. Don't get lost in those emotions. Okay? Don't get lost in those emotions. Your emotions are not your friend this week. They will keep you in this place of sadness and sorrow and feeling like you failed. when it's not about that. You know, sometimes rejection is God's protection, and I feel like that's what the situation is here. Whether it's about a job or about a person or things just not playing out the way you wanted them to. With the Five of Wands, it's usually a level of competition, a level of you have to fight for what you want, a level of conflict and tension because everyone's fighting for the same thing, or everyone's fighting to get their point across, or everyone's fighting to have the last word. It's a lot of unsettled energy, okay? It's tension. Your challenge, like I say, is to keep your emotions in check, not to let them rule you, okay? Such lovely cards, guys. In the outcome, you have the King of Pentacles. So what you think you lost out on, you didn't. Okay? I'm getting the sense that you were trying to fight for something that was less than what you deserved to begin with. Okay? And by this not going your way, by this quote-unquote failure happening, because not really, there's this other opportunity coming in that's exactly what you deserve. It's a lot bigger than what you were trying to accomplish here. Does that make sense? Let's get more clarification here. I also see a scenario where if you're involved with other people in whatever capacity, and people might be telling you to change things about yourself, then your challenge becomes, no, you need to be true to who you are. And that's actually how you win in the competition, or just win out in the end, as it were. Or if this is something that you're competing for something, whether it's an official competition or it's just the sense of you're competing for something, there's other people interested in it, going for it, or whatever. And this is telling you, don't look to others and see what they're doing. You need to be true to who you are, because that's exactly what they're looking for. If it's about a job, if it's about a project, if it's about whatever, that's exactly what they're looking for. Alright, so don't get lost in what other people are doing. Don't feel like you're failing because you're not doing what everyone else is doing. Okay? So you got a couple of different scenarios there. So let's get some clarification here for Scorpio. Five of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups with the Magician, and the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. Our couple here. Five of Cups with the King of Cups under that. Huh. So we've got a couple of couples here. The Queen and King of Cups, and the Queen and King of Pentacles. Interesting. Very interesting. So for some of you, if you have been involved in any sort of like third party dynamic, or you've been dealing with someone who everyone else has been dealing with, let's put it that way, and you've been holding on, you know, saying, no, this is the person for me. I'm going to win their affection. I'm going to win their attention. I'm going to make them choose me. If there is continued, again, quote-unquote failure here, they're not choosing you. They're not behaving the way you want them to. They're not committing to you. It's because they already have someone else. And it's because you're actually manifesting a better counterpart for you. And this person here needs to get out of your energy before this new person can come in. You have the Lovers under that and the Four of Wands under that. Okay, so if you have been stubbornly, and this could be with love, but this could be with anything else, okay? Where did I put these cards? If you have been stubbornly holding on to one thing, one person, one outcome. It has to be that. But there's just been struggle, obstacles, competition, tension, conflict. It's just not coming together. And you're viewing that as, no, you know what, this is probably a test. If I keep going, if I keep pushing through, it'll come together in the end. But the thing is, you're manifesting more of the same, more tension, more conflict, more failure and rejection, and disappointment because things are not going your way. And your lesson here, if you take a step back to look at it, is you just have to be true to who you are. You don't have to fight for someone to see your worth. Okay, they either see it or they don't. And actually, what you're trying to manifest is trying to come to you, but it's not this person, this job, this outcome. It's something better. And by you holding on so tightly, you're just delaying it coming through. Alright, so Scorpio, what I want you to do is loosen your grip. Okay, let this go for a bit. Put it on pause. Don't look at it for a week. Stop trying to impress this person. Stop trying to fight for this outcome. Just take your hands off it for a little bit. Give yourself a time to calm down, to gather your energy, to remember who you are and what you want and what you deserve. Okay? Because we have the Page of Swords under that and the Two of Cups under that. Either this will give you time to figure out, Page of Swords, do you know what, this is not what I deserve, and you stop fighting for it altogether. And actually, that could be an internal realization that you have with yourself, and then someone else comes in, or someone else is coming in. You're talking to someone else in this time of pause and not trying to pursue this particular dynamic, and you realize, you figure out, you know what, actually, this is easy, this just flows, you just get me, I get you, we want the same things. And then you make a switch. The Lovers is choices. You make a switch from something you thought you wanted, but it just never came together for whatever reason, to something that is exactly your speed. Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and the Two of Cups between them. It's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you deserve. And this is your happy home, the relationship of a lifetime, the person you could end up marrying, having family with, your dream job, your dream career, harmony, peace, stability, which is what you've been trying to manifest, but just with the wrong person, the wrong job, the wrong dynamic. Okay? So, I'll leave that with you. You're going to have to decide what you want to do with that information, but it's very, very clear. Okay? So let's see. Oracle energy and advice for Scorpio for the week ahead. Oracle energy and advice for Scorpio for the week ahead. Scorpio for the week ahead. Okay, 2 more cards. You want at the top, they say. So we have Wild, 15, that adds up to a 6. And with this energy, this is asking you to walk your own path, to be true to yourself, to not let fear hold you back, not let fear of the unknown hold you back. When we're holding on very tightly to something, we're trying to control it, we're trying to make it what we want it to be. And that doesn't work, okay? So this is telling you, take a walk on the wild side, all right? You remember who you are and what you want, what you deserve, and then be open to possibility, be open to change, be open to unplanned events, encounters, and kind of go with it, okay? Let's see what else you have. So we have cycles, number 6. It's also the number of the Lovers. So again, this could be an on again, off again relationship that you're trying to make something more than it can ever be. This can be a recurring pattern in your life where you constantly sell yourself short and you go after something that you tell yourself that that's exactly what you want and it's exactly what you deserve, but actually it's less than. And the universe is trying to show you you're manifesting, you're a very powerful manifester, but you're getting hung up on exactly what you want that manifestation to look like. And not only that, but it's less than what you deserve. So that's why it's not coming in. That's why it's not coming together for you. Because what you're manifesting, it's like you're trying to give it up to the universe but control it at the same time, and it's not working. All right, so it's a time for you to end that cycle and to learn how to co-create and to have a new approach to who you are and what you accept, what you tolerate, what choices you make. Why is it that you're hung up on a person? What do you think that they're going to do for you? You know what I mean? What do they represent to you? Because more often than not, it's a deeper issue, right? So if we feel insecure, we get attracted and drawn to someone who's very, very confident or seemingly very confident. And what usually happens, it turns out that there's some sort of a narcissist or some sort of an egomaniac, and that's why they seem so confident, and they just end up controlling us and restricting us. So that's not really, and it gets a little twisted because that control can feel like a comfort zone because you know what to expect. Do you know what I mean? It goes very deep. Sexuality, definitely a focus on love life, romance, and take off the mask. Take off your masks, number 11 there. So what is it that you really want? What is it that you really want? What is it that you truly deserve? Okay, this is your root chakra and your sacral chakra energy that I'm seeing here with sexuality in the color red. So it comes down to who you are. Okay, that's why you have the Queen of Cups and the Magician as your challenge. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you deserve? Do you really? Because you're manifesting. Okay? And yes, for some this can be trying to make a relationship that's just based on sexuality to make it a long-term commitment, and it's not compatible for that. Does that make sense? Or again, something that you find very, very attractive and very, very tempting. It pulls you in, it draws you in, but you're trying to turn it into something more, and it can't be anything more. So this is taking off the masks, is also about coming out of whatever illusion or delusion cycles, energy that we've kept perpetuating. Okay, it's taking a step back, seeing your pattern, and you can change it at this time. Okay, so you can have your dream partner, your dream job, your dream home. It is literally around you, just waiting for you to allow it to come in. And in order to allow it to come in, you have to release your grip on what you've been trying to manifest so stubbornly with, it has to be them, it has to be that job, it has to be that place. Your message is you're manifesting exactly what you want and deserve, but it's not what you're trying to hold on to. So by releasing that, you can really shift your focus and accept the blessings that you've been trying to manifest for quite some time. Does that make sense? So I'll leave that with you. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this will be focused on love and love life choices. But overall, it's about cycles and patterns. Why are you choosing what you're choosing or who you're choosing? Why do you put that on a pedestal? What does that represent to you? And when it's not coming together, and when it's not treating you properly, when you're not getting the desired results, it's about, okay, taking a step back and reassessing that, not continuing to push it where it won't go. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's move on to Pisces. Hi Pisces, thank you for joining us. If you are skipping ahead, please make sure to also watch the intro because there is some information for you there as well. So let's see what's coming up in the week ahead for Pisces. what's coming up in the week ahead for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Pisces. All right. The Nine of Swords in the situation. Seven of Pentacles as the challenge. Eight of Pentacles in the outcome. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting a couple of different scenarios. For some of you, you've been working on something, but keeping it to yourself with the Seven of Swords. I feel like either you're worried that what you're working on is just not going to come together, or you're worried about people finding out what you've been trying to do, or you're worried that you're not making the right choices. The challenge, another seven. Seven of Pentacles. You're not sure. You have to wait to see if something is panning out. You have to wait to see if something will be successful. And in the meantime, you're stressing because you can't tell people what you've been doing until you see if it's something that's viable. Interesting. Now in the outcome, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. This is continuing to work on whatever this is that you're waiting on. If it's a matter of deciding if you want to pursue this or not, I feel like you're deciding to pursue it. You're deciding to continue to work on it. So whatever results you're getting, even though it's not the end result, it's to you, it's promising. And so you want to see it through. And the Eight of Pentacles is a solitary energy. So again, that just confirms to me that you're continuing to do this on your own. You're not telling people about it. So, examples. You're in a job. You want a different job. You've been looking for a job. You've been applying, interviewing. You're not telling people. And it's like, how far can I take this? I feel like there's a deadline, there's a pressure point there where an example would be they're talking to you about promoting you and you're like, yeah, let's do that, that's fine. But on the other hand, you're working on something else, but you can't tell them because you don't know if this is going to pan out. So for the time being, it's like, yeah, let's work on that promotion, but also you keep working on waiting on this other thing, which is actually what you really want, okay? But you're trying to be smart about it and strategic with Seven of Swords, where it's like, well, I can't say no to this promotion because if this doesn't pan out, I'll still have that. And also, I don't want to give up on this because it needs more time to develop. But at the same time, you kind of have to do both. And that's what's putting pressure on you. Yeah, I mean, it can be anything because it's an internal struggle. It can be anything. It could be a choice you made when it comes to love. Maybe you're dealing with someone who everyone around you just hates for you. But for you, you feel like there's still something there and you want to have a conversation. You're still waiting for something with Seven of Pentacles. I don't know if it's waiting for more information or waiting for closure. Or waiting to see if things have changed when it comes to this person. I don't know. And you're keeping it to yourself. But you're deciding to pursue this and see what else happens until you get the closure or until you get the information that you feel you need before you can bring it out to the world. Hey, this is what I've been doing. This is what's been going on. You're trying something. You're trialing something. And you can't tell people about it until you know one way or another. Let's get more information here for Pisces. What is this about? Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Fool. The Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. It's the victory is coming. The results, the success is coming. It's just slow to get here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles with the Death card. You want to... By you pursuing the new thing, you have to back out of a different thing. Under the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords. You're biding your time. It's like you're going through the motions with something else until what you really want comes together. Does that make sense? But you're stressing and you're worried because what if it's not coming together, and then I'm just going through the motions over here, not doing the best job I could. What if it costs me both opportunities because I'm not investing in either fully? Do you know what I mean? But it's like, this is something I really want. This is my dream job. This is my dream person. This is my dream opportunity. I really want to do this. I really want to take a chance. However, I'm trying to be smart about it. Okay? I'm trying not to just jump in and figure it out later. So you're biding your time. Seven of Swords, Four of Swords. But you're in your head a lot. All these swords energies. Your challenge. Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is coming. The success, the victory, the result you want. It is coming. It might be another 6 days. I don't feel like it's 6 weeks. I have to be honest. I feel like it's going to be fast. Not as fast as you'd like, because you'd like to know by now, but six days, 6 weeks, maybe up to 6 weeks. Because we're looking at the week ahead, right? And then you have to put an end to one thing to pursue the other. The Death card there. It's a complete transformation. It's a big move. It's a big change. If you've just been going through the motions, taking your time. Let me pull another one after the Death card to see. Yeah, Justice, definitely. Yeah, Death card, Justice. The contract is coming in, the ruling is coming in, the decision is coming in. Under the Four of Swords is the Hierophant. Yeah, can be to do with a job. And listen, it could be a case of you already said yes to another job, or you already said yes to a promotion, but it's not really what you want. What you want is someone else, but that something else needs more time to develop. It's coming, okay? It is coming. And it's going to be a big transformation for you. If it's about a job, it's going to be a change, a big step up, or a change of career. A change in your financial status. It'll be big. It'll be big. So the wait time is worth it. If you can continue to, kind of bide your time. I feel like your concern with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords is, I don't want to do anything that's unfair, but I also have to be fair to myself, right? So it's like, I've already agreed to something. I don't want to take it back, although I know I'll probably have to take it back. But where is that limit? Where is that point of, okay, now I'm being intentionally hurtful, or now I'm being intentionally doing something that's not quite right, that's not quite ethical, or do you know what I mean? That's what you're concerned with. But I feel like, yeah, the decision is coming, and you get to reveal the truth of what you've been doing with Justice card. It literally says, truth is revealed. See? Okay, let's get some oracles here for you. So whatever you've been trialing, getting yourself another job, a much better job, starting your own business, or focusing solely on your business. It's Mercury retrograde, so I will caution you against dealing with people from your past. I feel like you're trying to be smart about it. If this is a case of someone trying to come back, you're trying to be smart about it. You're trying to be strategic. You might already be seeing someone else. And again, you're like, okay, where is that fine line so I don't cross it? You will put an end to something in the end. What it is, it's going to be up to you, because there's 2 major arcana cards here. I feel like if it's a cyclical thing that you've been dealing with, that's what's coming to an end with the Death card and the Justice card. Putting an end to a karmic cycle altogether. And that could be with a person, or it could be a pattern of yours. Because you've decided to follow your heart, but also be smart about it. Does that make sense? Which is, I feel like, something you haven't done before. It's either been all heart, or, you know, the full energy has been your approach typically. This feels right, I'm gonna go for it, give it my best shot. And then it just doesn't come together, and then it just keeps repeating itself in your life, that pattern. And this time you're like, I'm gonna be more strategic about it. I don't want to hurt people, but I want to be more strategic about it. I have to put my interests first. And I feel like that's what breaks the pattern. Ooh. Courage. Exactly. The courage to be yourself. The courage to put yourself first. You're being fair about it, because you're very mindful of that line that you don't want to cross, where you're intentionally lying to people, or you're intentionally hurting people. But it's about, no, I want to do what I want to do. I deserve to pursue my own path. Do what I think will make me happy, what I feel will make me happy. I want to take a chance on this. And I'm going to be strategic. Phoenix rising. Yeah, number 32. I feel like this is a transformation, again, of you and your approach. You're breaking some patterns where maybe you would only be ruled by your heart, and that got you into trouble. Or this is a new you emerging from this approach to this situation. You're doing something very differently. Okay? You're doing something very differently. I feel like you're going from seeing things black and white, it's either this or it's either that, to I'm going to walk the line in between them until I figure out what I want to do. Does that make sense? I also see where you've changed from putting others above yourself. You may have been more prone to be more fair, if we can say that, to others than to yourself, right? And that's changing, because now you have the courage to put yourself first. And again, you're doing it, Justice card, you're doing it the way you should, okay? You're very mindful of where that line is, but you're still putting yourself first. And also, Phoenix rising, you could be dealing with someone from the past. Or like I say, it's a pattern you've been dealing with for forever. And that is coming to an end. Dreams. Number 3. You have a lot of 3s here. You have 30, you have 32, you have 3. And the bottom of the deck, healing, another 3, 21. So 3s are numbers of growth and expansion. It also represents you doing 2 things at the same time. You're having 2 choices, and you're in the middle, and it's the triangle. Your dreams are guiding you. Your dreams are telling you very valuable information, which is the case with Pisces most of the time. So write things down, okay? Dreams that stand out, write them down. This is also telling you to follow your own intuition. And again, I get dream come true energy. But it's by you taking this new approach where you're putting yourself first. And you don't have to worry. You're not being selfish. You're not being an egotistical maniac by doing that. Why am I saying that? Because you're trying to be fair all around. But it starts with you. Okay? You're not doing anything illegal. You're not doing anything immoral. You're not intentionally deceiving people. And that's the best approach. And that's the most that anyone can expect of you. Because you deserve to follow your own path. And I feel like you finally have the courage to be strategic about how you do things. okay? You're finding the middle ground. I don't know if it makes sense to you or not, but with me, I feel like it's a Pisces thing. I don't know. I'm a Pisces sun as well, but I can't find the middle. For me, it's either this or it's this, and I can't find the middle. For me, trying to find the middle is stressful, right? Which is exactly what's going on here. Okay? If you decide to do something, then you're completely upfront about it. Because you're like, this is what I need to do. I need to be fair to everyone. But then, is that really fair to you? Maybe you're talking about it too soon. Maybe you're talking about something that, it's none of anyone else's business. But in your attempt to try to be fair all around, right, you may be hurting yourself in the process, or hurting your chances or whatnot. That has been a recurring pattern. You're healing that pattern. Okay? And no, it's not pride. It's the courage and the strength to do what's right, to put your interests and your needs first, but you're also mindful of others. How teachable are you? It's a new way of doing things, which is why it's stressful, but it's only stressful until we figure it out. We just have to see it through. And then we know. Okay? And then it becomes our new pattern, our new approach to things. Okay? So, very deep. I feel like these cards are very, very deep. They talk about very deep topics. But yeah, Pisces, you're breaking some patterns. You're doing things differently, where you're putting yourself first. And no, you're not being selfish. You're doing it the right way. You are being fair to others in as much as you should be fair to others. Does that make sense? You're not going overboard trying to be fair to others. And you have some big cycles ending and a big, big goal being accomplished. Okay? Very, very interesting. So you're going to have to tell me what that is, because with all those deep energies, it can be anything really. It could be something people external to you see or involved in or with, or it could be all of it going on internally. So you're going to have to tell me, okay? But as always, I hope the readings help. I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.